Hello again. This lesson is for Thursday, and what this lesson is we're getting away from the numeracy and we're getting more towards the literacy. One of the things that my school has gone through in the previous years is called the OFIP process. Now it's an acronym for basically it was the turnaround team. The Ministry of Education had looked at our EQAS scores and deemed that we were in need of assistance, both financially and professional development. We were given 6 full days throughout the year where a Ministry of Education officer came in and put on professional development. We basically focused on reading, questioning, such like that. So, that being said, I've developed this lesson to incorporate technology. The one thing that I emphasize with my students is every time we do a read aloud, or the students do a read aloud in the class, is that we are asking questions. Questions about the story, questions about themselves, relating it to the story, a lot of different connections. Okay, so for this lesson, the expectations we're going to be doing are we're going to look at reading, writing, questioning, responding, etc. The technology that we're using, we're going to be using, obviously this link is on teachertube.com. We're going to use a short story called The Princess and the Pea from a website. Now that being said, the technology you're going to have to use is a word processor. If you notice on my tutorial, I'll be using Microsoft Word. That's just because it's on my home computer. At your school, you may have AppleWorks, you might have Microsoft. Any word processing is fine that the students can type on. Okay. Also, the students need to be able to, just like in Tuesday's lesson, click between different programs. They need to be able to go to the internet and go back to their word processor. That's a prior knowledge skill that they'll need. I'm also going to be using the projector in this one. Now I've used the projector in the last two as well because I feel that it's very important for the teacher to model for the students what we're going to be doing. Now the modeling was more done in the previous two. In this one, you'll see that the story is on the projector. It's being projected, and the students, the teacher, the whole class is doing a read aloud. It also can be done as a shared reading if the students decide to join in with that, and it could even be looked at as a giant guided reading class, which would be pretty courageous if you have the sort of class that allows for such things. The website will be included in the Thursday write-up. I think we're ready. So basically, if you look at the tutorial here, I am starting off with the question. My opening modeling would be, why would the queen put the pea under the princess's bed? This is a why would question, so it's looking at analysis. The students have to analyze why one would do something, look at human behavior. So at this point I click to the website, and the Princess and the Pea is on the website. At this point, I would read through the story with the students. The students could volunteer to read lines. It depends on your class. If your class allows for such teaching styles, go for it. If not, a read aloud would be more than sufficient. After that, after the read aloud is finished and the reading is done, the students are going to respond to the question, why would the queen put the pea under the princess's bed? What I'm going to have the students do is go back to their individual computers, and in their individual computer we have, I think I might be jumping the gun here. Let me get back to my school. We have a program called Net Assistant, and what that does is allows for one computer to make all the other computers a drone. So you could sit at the teacher computer and control all the other computers. Now I do this, and it's very advantageous for me because it cuts time in dramatically when I need to have all the students do the same thing. Now, this would be the point. I would want all the students to be on the same website, The Princess and the Pea, so they can have their own copy without having to come up and look at the projection on the wall, or if they're not facing it, they have to turn around and they get off task that way. So they have their own window open, their Internet Explorer window with The Princess and the Pea, and also I would have them open up the word processor. Like I said, that could be AppleWorks, Microsoft Word, and I'm able to type in on all of theirs the question, why would the queen put the pea under the princess's bed? At this point, the students are to get to work and basically answer the question. Now, there had to be a lot of prior knowledge. This is not an introductory lesson that you can start off questioning and responding. I've taught questioning and responding for many weeks leading up to this, and the students are familiar with what to do. They know that in the first sentence they have to take the question into the answer. Now, you see me doing the hand gesture. That's what I do in the class because it really gets them remembering to do that. What I mean by the question is the answer. So the question is, why would the queen put the pea under the princess's bed? The students are going to be taught to start their first sentence with, the queen put the pea under the princess's bed because, and then go from there with their answer. Their second sentence is then asked why. Why would the queen do this? Again, we're looking, because this is an analysis question and you're looking at human behavior, they have to go beyond simple comprehension of the story and look more analytically at something. The students answer the question. Now, my students, after about 2 months of doing this, are able to do between 2 to 4 sentences for their answer. Some of the higher level students, level 4 thinkers, are including text-to-self connections, text-to-text, text-to-world connections as their fourth sentence. They might say something like, I once found a pea under my bed. Now, it could be fiction, and you can obviously tell that some of them are not true, but you see that they are going towards something that is more higher level thinking and adding more detail to their sentences.